Hi, I'm Jeff Byers. I'm your instructor for this course, ANI-245 Character Animation. I hope all of you guys are staying well and healthy. Please stay home. That's the best way to kind of knock down that curve that we've got going on. It's going up, up, up. And if you stay home, we'll keep other people from getting infected that need to go out. This is Module 2. And your assignment this week will be to block out your entire 150 to 300 plus frame animation. We will be using the blocked step method for Module 2. Now we've used the block spline method before, and we're moving into the block step method now. The lesson content will cover how to video reference in Maya and a video series on how to properly block out your animation. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we are now past the pre-production and have made some changes, Module 2. And that was as an announcement, just kind of let you guys know that I've kind of extended the production of our character animated short, giving us another module. So now we're looking at pre-production, block out the animation using stepped, and then do the blocking plus pass, and then we've got the adding polish. Now I will in Module 4. We'll have you either do a play blast, and as an extra credit you can render the entire animation out and get extra credit. So you do not have to render out the animation to get the full 25 points in Module 4. You can just do a play blast movie. But if you're thinking ahead, if you give yourself maybe 2 or 3 days to render out the animation, you'll be able to get it finished and get some extra credit. Again, I thought I was going to open these up, but the problem I see happening is, that's happened in the past for online, is that students go ahead too fast, and I'm only looking for a blockout animation. I actually take points off if you go ahead too much and then give me the blocking plus in the blocking out the animation. You start making mistakes because these are so close together that you start putting in the wrong deliverable in the wrong module, and I've seen that happen. So if I only open these up and then close them up at a certain time, then you won't be making those mistakes and causing all kinds of confusion, which I don't want to happen. So let's go ahead and get started with Module 2. So we're just going to do week by week just to kind of keep you going. Since you kind of know what's happening going forward, you can kind of guess what's going to happen in the next week, but if you make a mistake, you'll have to go back and redo the whole thing. So I would highly recommend just do week by week for now, and eventually we'll get to a point where I'll be able to figure out, because right now Canvas doesn't allow me just to close out a certain module and let you see it at the same time. So unfortunately it just doesn't let me do that. So let's go into character animation, the blocking out the animation. I'll take you through the whole process. Again, you know who I am. I'm Jeff Byers, and you can contact me, jbyers3@jcc.edu, during this online situation that we've been forced into. It's not perfect, obviously. So I've got basically I check my emails at 9 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. And that's the longest time between these two times that you'll have to wait, because that's obviously that's eternity if you're wanting to get an answer, especially to a technical question. I'll do my best. If you can get the question in before 9 in the morning, then at 9 o'clock I'll be able to answer that question. If you can get it before 12:30, when I check them at 12:30, I'll be answering those. And if you get everything in and before 3, and then so on and so forth, I'll be able to answer your questions. So please keep that in mind. If you run into technical issues, you can come right up on here on Canvas to find out when those times. I'm going to check those every single day. The objectives are written out here for you. You need, if you go through this, you'll be able to describe the importance of blocking out an animation, demonstrate knowledge and refining curves in the graph editor, which you already know how to do. The importance on using video reference. Okay, we've talked about that before in class, and the knowledge in blocking out the animation itself. Alright, so the video will be placed here, the one I'm seeing that I'm doing right now. Obviously I don't have it done, so I don't have it in there. The lesson content, that's really important. You need to go through the lesson content to understand what you're going to be doing, which is blocking out your animation. If you do need additional help, please check out the Maya documentation page, which is right here for you. Any questions you may have about technical issues on how to do something, or just you're curious on how things work deeper in Maya, go to the documentation page. Using the graph editor, I've got these links already to the document page if you have specific questions. So graphic editor interface overview, graphic editor outliner, graphic editor toolbar, graphic editor graph view, and so on and so forth. Then we've got video referencing in Maya. How do you actually bring in your video reference into Maya? And this will take you over that, so make sure you watch that. We describe what is blocking out animation, and then we go into, I found these video series that are really well done, and basically how to animate, blocking out the animation, and then it's a two-part series, so watch both of them. And then of course your assignment is to block out your animation. So you guys can read this out, but it's basically, I'm okay with 150 at the minimum to 300 plus frame. I'm not going to take away any points. If you go above that, just understand that's more work for you. But if you got to be able to tell your little gag or short story, and it can be a gag, it can be like a short gag, and if you want to make changes to it, you sure can. But it's got to be a minimum of 150 frames to 300, and then you can go above that if you'd like. Staging process, during this time I want to see how you stage your scene with the block out. But the major thing is the block out pass. Okay, sometimes it's nice to see things in the background, or to set the setting, and for me to understand, or the audience to see, even where you're going with this whole thing with a block out, having some kind of a set dressing is nice to have. So how am I going to grade you? Well, this is really important. So basically your animation block out, you're blocking, and it's going to be stepped. Okay, the student turned in a complete character animation stepped, and he goes through this. So if you watch these videos, you understand how it is stepped. You can see right in here in the graph editor it is stepped. Okay, and he uses the video reference to his advantage. The better you are at acting out with your reference, the better your animation is going to be, obviously. Okay, so do your best. You may not be an actor, but you do the best you can to get the best performance possible. Okay, that means doing it over and over and over again. Now there are, we only have a week, so let's get that knocked out. If you need to make refinements, feel free to go out in front of the camera again and do some rework. Alright, so grading rubric, back to that. The student turned in a completed character animation step blocked out that reflects the completed block out animation at the end of how to animate part 2 blocking video, which is that one. And the student character animation reflects the 12 key principles of animation. Obviously, even if you're blocking out, we still want to see some of those. Now, obviously, you can't put all of them in because that would be your polishing stage. I understand that. The student turned in a completed compressed AVI or QuickTime of the blocked animation that should be stepped, right? Play Blast movie that is free of errors and well composed. The Studio AVI or QuickTime blocked out animated movie is full frame and compressed with XFIT or H.264. This is worth 25 points. Turn-in instructions. Okay, make sure your first and last name is on every file. We all know that. And the deliverables. The student will turn in a MA file, Maya file with of the 150 to 300 plus frame completed, blocked out, stepped animation. The student will turn in a Play Blast file of the 100 to 300 plus frame stepped or completed, blocked out, stepped animation. Again, I allow you to go ahead and do the AVI QuickTime movie, if you want to do that. Folder structure. create a main folder, first and last name module 2, NE245, create a subfolder. You guys can read all this stuff. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please contact me, and you can contact me up here anytime. jbar3@jcc.edu. I prefer this. In fact, I require that. The other one, Canvas, I've never been able to get that. I've had tech help me, and they can't get it from going into the trash folder. So I am hoping you guys remember to send me emails at jbar3@jcc.edu. Anything else? Yes. So what will it look like? So let's look at some examples together. So I've got one pulled up. I did have one pulled up. Oh, there it is. So it is called 3D Character Animation dash Progressions Shot Reel, and I'll take you through what exactly I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and do that full frame, and so we can take a look. Okay, so we can see the first one right here. This one right here, we're looking for blocking stepped. So we got the reference, we got the thumbnails, we got the blocking step, and we got the blocking spline. And you can see that there's a huge difference between these two. Basically, I've been showing you blocking spline, right? We've been skipping that blocking step. The reason for that is, at first, it's nice to show you what a blocking spline looks like, but now we're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty. You're learning more, you're getting more comfortable, so now we're doing blocking stepped first. So we're going to focus on that, okay? Okay, blocking stepped. Okay, now this one does not have a blocking stepped. This has a blocking plus, which means it's added spline and more in-betweens. So this is not a good example. This is a great example. This is blocking stepped right here. This is what we're looking at, blocking stepped. Blocking stepped right here. This is funny. Okay. Alright, so that gave you some good ideas on what we're looking for as far as blocking stepped. And so basically that's it. I wish you the best of luck. If you have questions or concerns or have anything you want to ask me, please feel free to email me at jbyers3@jcc.edu. I wish you the best of luck, and hope you guys stay safe and have fun learning online. I know it's not the best scenario, and this is not what you signed up for, but make the best of it, and let's just have fun together. And I'll have an introductory video, and I am open to questions. Just email me those questions, or if you want to set up a Zoom, call, just let me know, and I'll send me your email. I know your email address. I'll send you a thing. We can talk, but only if you really need specific help on something. Don't overwhelm me if I can't do everybody. So if there's something you're really having issues, let's try to figure it out via email, because it can get really time consuming to do Zoom. I'm hoping to do Zoom on real online. This is not really considered really online, because there are some things like discussion boards we got to set up and all that stuff and grade those. Right now, we're so far into this. I just we need to move forward, and we need to move forward quickly. So this is the only way we can do it. All right, you have a great day, and I'll see you next week.